2022 Toyota Corolla Cross. What do you need to know about Toyota's all-new subcompact crossover SUV? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. So Toyota invited me to the launch event for the all-new Toyota Corolla Cross, which is a small subcompact crossover SUV that's going to be entering the market later this year. Now, this is a hugely important vehicle for Toyota. Of course, crossovers are extremely popular in the marketplace, and cars like the Honda HR-V, the Nissan Qashqai, Mazda CX-30, Subaru Crosstrek, these are all really popular vehicles. And this was a space that Toyota was sort of missing out on for the last several years. Now, they did have the CHR, which is a small crossover, but that vehicle obviously had some few limitations to it due to the fact mostly that it was front-wheel drive only. You cannot get a CHR with all-wheel drive. And it has a pretty polarizing looking design, not to everybody's taste, with some limitations when it came to interior space and cargo space. So all of these things are things that were addressed with this all-new Corolla Cross. Now, this is obviously a vehicle that's based on the Corolla architecture. It uses a similar platform, but it is a proper crossover SUV. And the design, the interior space, cargo space, the availability of all-wheel drive, these are things that consumers were ultimately looking for in a small Toyota SUV, along with really good affordability and value for money. So I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about this vehicle so that you'll be prepared in case you decide to buy one down the road. So let's start with the design, which is a fairly conservative look overall. There's nothing too spectacular about the way this car looks, but it's definitely very unintimidating, simple, conservative, and I think that it's exactly what a lot of consumers are looking for. Nothing too offensive, just a simple crossover SUV look to it. And I think it's a very cohesive, good look. Nothing super offensive about it. And I think Toyota's done a really good job that way. You can definitely tell that it has some similarities to something like a Corolla hatchback and other compact crossovers that it competes with. And that size, it's a really good proportioned SUV too, I have to say. And that definitely translates into the interior space and size sitting inside this cabin. I mean, I'm sitting in the driver's seat right now and I've got tons of room. Again, the similarities to the Corolla are very obvious in here. You can definitely tell that the overall dashboard, the touchscreen infotainment system, all of the controls, all of that's been borrowed from the regular Corolla model. And I think that's a really good thing. It's a very approachable interior. Everything is very easy to use, straightforward. You got your simple climate control setup, a touchscreen infotainment system with buttons and knobs along both sides for ease of use. It's not the best looking infotainment system. I mean, the graphics are a little bit dated looking like they are in other Toyota models, but it's got a simple menu structure. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is really great. And you get a 7-inch screen on the lower end models. And when you go to the highest trim level, you get a larger 8-inch display. The other great thing about this car is that Toyota has loaded it with active safety technology. So you get Toyota Safety Sense as standard on all the different trim levels. There are 3 trim levels for the Corolla Cross. You can get the base L model, the LE, and the XLE. And all of these different trims include active safety technology. So automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control. It's really great to see all those features as standard. And you move to the higher trims, you get a few extra features too, like blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert, automatic parking sensors with a more advanced collision system as well. So lots of great safety tech, huge bonus for this car. And Toyota is also throwing in a lot of other valuable features too. You get heated seats as standard in Canada. There's a sunroof, the synthetic leather seats, which Toyota calls their Softex upholstery. Really nice material. I like to see that this synthetic material used more and more because it's more durable than real leather. It looks good, it feels good, and I think this is the appropriate type of material to be using. There's also a power tailgate in the back, which is a rare feature for a subcompact SUV. Not too many competitors have a power tailgate, so a few unique touches that way. I'm really impressed with the space in here too, I have to say. Ultimately, people are looking for a spacious SUV, something that can haul your cargo around, good passenger seat in the back, and the Corolla Cross is giving you all of that. You can fold the back seats down perfectly flat to give you more room. There's a spare tire in the trunk. I think this is a really practical sized vehicle for what it is. I can't say exactly how it competes size-wise with its competitors like the Honda HR-V, the Nissan Qashqai, the Subaru Crosstrek, but I would definitely say that it's on the larger end. If I had to wager a guess, I'd say this is probably the most spacious subcompact SUV, if not the most spacious one that you can buy, but we'll have to see with a proper comparison in the future. Now, when it comes to drivetrains, right now at launch, the Corolla Cross is only going to come with one drivetrain. You get a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that makes 169 horsepower, basically the same engine that you get in the Corolla sedan and hatchback. And you can get this engine with either front-wheel drive or optional all-wheel drive. Again, the available all-wheel drive is key. That's something that was missing from the CHR crossover, so it's great to see that it's available on the Corolla Cross. And you also get a standard CVT transmission. So nothing too special there. I mean, this is a drivetrain that we're familiar with. It's simple, it's well proven, should offer really good reliability and really good fuel economy. This car is rated for around 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers in mixed city highway driving, so well over 30 miles per gallon, closer to 35 miles per gallon if you're careful, which is really good fuel economy. Now the big question is whether there's going to be a hybrid available. Now, not initially at launch, there's not going to be a Corolla Cross Hybrid quite yet, but it is coming. We don't know exactly when the hybrid version is going to be available, but probably I would have to say sometime in 2022, the following year, which is going to be really exciting. Obviously, a lot of consumers are interested in electrified SUVs, crossovers. Hybrids are incredibly popular, especially at Toyota, where their hybrid sales are just going through the roof. And for good reason. I mean, hybrids are great. They offer amazing fuel economy. Toyota's hybrids are typically at least 50 to 60% more fuel efficient than the traditional gas models. And the price difference is coming down a lot too. So you usually don't have to pay a lot more in order to get the hybrid. And as a result, a lot of hybrids are becoming really popular. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, very popular crossover, the Highlander, a few others too. So it is going to be coming to the Corolla Cross, not available at launch, like I said, but look out for it down the road. Now, pricing is something that Toyota has not announced yet with this car. Don't know what it's going to cost, but if I had to wager a guess, it's probably going to start in the mid $20,000 range and probably stretch into the low to mid 30s for the higher XLE trim level. And if that's where it lands, this is going to be a very competitive crossover. I could see this doing extremely well in the marketplace, along with a bunch of the other ones that I named. I think the main competitors for this vehicle are going to be the Honda HR-V, the Mazda CX-30, the Subaru Crosstrek, and there's obviously a few other ones too, the Kia Seltos, the Hyundai Kona. It's a very popular segment, and this is what people are looking to buy because you get the benefits of an SUV, the space, the cargo capacity, the high seating position, the all-wheel drive, but you're getting all of that at a much more affordable price point with really good fuel economy too. So that's basically what a lot of people want. And up to this point, Toyota hasn't really offered a crossover SUV that's on the more affordable end. Of course, you can go for the RAV4, but not everybody needs something that big, and not everyone's budgets can stretch that high. So if you're looking for a more value-oriented crossover, I think that this is going to be a really good option. And of course, you're going to have that well-proven Toyota reliability. I mean, that is key. Ultimately, next to price, economy, the thing that a lot of people are looking for is reliability and longevity in their car. And Toyota, of course, always extremely well known for that. And I don't think you're going to get any surprises with this Corolla Cross because it uses already well-proven, time-tested components. There's nothing super new here. I mean, everything that you get, all of the hardware, all of the features, the engine, transmission, all of this stuff is basically just coming from the Corolla, which is one of the most reliable, cost-effective cars that you can buy on the market. So if you're looking for an SUV, that's not only well priced, that offers a lot of value with fuel economy, safety features, and good interior space, but one that also is going to last for a very long time. Something that you can hold on to for upwards of 10 years, 15 years, and not have to worry about expensive repairs and all that. I think that this is going to be at the top of the segment. So make sure to look out for this one down the road. I haven't had a chance to test drive the Corolla Cross quite yet. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer to do that, but based on what I'm seeing here, looking around the car, exploring all the features, I think this is going to be a major hit. And I can't wait to see where it goes down the road with the hybrid and all that. So there you go. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to check out some of my other videos. I'm going to put some links to those right over here. And let me know what you think of the Corolla Cross. Would you consider one of these over its competitors? Would you buy one of the other SUVs on the market? Make sure to let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, you can also check out carhelpcanada.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.